You killed John O'Keefe. You, Brian Higgins,
killed
John O'Keefe. I'm saying this with malice.
Oh, I won't be so hard on you. Oh God, it's hard. Swirling inside you.
And Higgins like flips out.
I just feel like I spread myself, and sometimes it's thankless. Wasn't I already begging you to come over last Saturday? But I do want to pump gay Jeff. Duh. I kissed gay Jeff. I responded, haha, send me a pic of gay Jeff.
This is not over, and you're saying give money to the potential killers.
No witness should ever be forced to be alone.
I'm glad I stopped by. I should have come. Yeah, I was basically begging gay Jeff. I responded, you don't have to beg me. I meant to say beg. I will give you what you want.
Communication from the defendant indicating, yeah, I was basically begging you. What did you take that to mean?
That she wanted me to come over. I said, spit it out. Defendant said, I'm glad you came tonight. I responded, me too, balls in your face. What do you want, Karen? Question mark.
Can we disclose the fact that Cellebrite has attacked your channel and has made a claim that you use their logo without permission?
Is it getting super hot in here, or is that just your looks?
What do you want from me? Question mark. I responded, bang, gay Jeff on the table, question mark. Defendant said, what do you want ideally? Question mark. I responded, balls in your face. We were playing video games together.
Today, I am super excited to continue our conversation with the loophole lawyer and understand how he sees his theory of the case and see if we can plant some more seeds to help him see things a little bit more clearly.
Look
at that little kissy kiss. Those are some lovers right there.
What does that show you?
Aww, look.
And watch his hand.
And then there's this one.
Yeah, and this is interesting too, and Jimmy will attest to this. It does make a difference which person is behind the other. Higgins is the one that's bending over for Brian. This is all to get Karen to, and Karen won't even look up. And Higgins is doing everything he can, trying to get a girl's attention. Male behavior, and it's very typical.
Pro tip for all the guys out there, nobody likes that. You could just go up and be like, hey, how's your night going? You look nice tonight.
The only thing is, for a guy, that is the hardest thing to do in the world. You would not believe it. And
well, then
Donald
you don't
Trump would
deserve
say
that
this.
girl.
He would say this a lot. He'll see these killers in business. The second they get around a girl, they have no clue what to do. And it's true. I see a lot of it too, in my stuff as well. It's so hard for us to go up and just say hi. We'd rather get dry humped by our friend.
Pro tip number 2, that means she's out of your league. So go find somebody else. Do you think there was a moment where Brian Higgins went on a date with somebody and she was like, hey, who was the last person that you kissed? And he was like, Brian Albert.
No, but if you really go through the text messages of Brian, Higgins, and Karen, there was a point where Higgins and Karen were talking about John talking shit about Brian potentially. And Higgins flips out. He loses track of trying to get Karen to sleep with him and goes right to, what do you mean he was talking shit about me?
I am a ton of fun. I am super private and do not talk out of school. I am safe. According to John, you may occasionally talk out of school. He said that about me? But that's none of my business. With respect to what exactly? None of my biz. So then why invite me to your house party? Now I am aggravated. Tonight's house party? Or last week? OMG, why? Last week. Why would he talk shut about me?
Question mark.
And Karen tries to diffuse it. No, he's saying you're good with girls, or it had something to do with an issue.
Because we all like you. Everyone does. Geesh. You just said he talked shit about me. He wasn't talking shit at all. He always says how much he likes you. Just mentioned Brian does all right for himself. He has not said one negative thing about you ever. I just didn't think you were that private, that's all. I am about a lot of things. Don't be so sensitive. I am good. Nah, my boxers are just fine.
But I always remembered how thin-skinned, how quickly he angered about that issue. And it could play into why he ended up killing John O'Keefe that very morning. I will never make the claim, like Turtle Boy does, that Colin, Jen, or anyone else besides Brian Higgins and Brian Albert had anything to do with the murder. I'm confident in that. I put my money on the line. He should have sued me already. Both of them should have sued me, but I'm confident in Higgins. And I say it all the time, and I'll say it here again. This is not your opinion. This is my representation. I'm doing it with malice. You killed John O'Keefe. You, Brian Higgins, killed John O'Keefe. I'm saying this with malice. That makes his claim for defamation against me very easy, because he doesn't have to prove my intent when I'm saying you killed John O'Keefe. I'm putting everything I have on the line. Now it's very clear what I just said, and I've never done that before. I'm saying it with
your
malice.
move.
Turtle Boy and everyone else saying other things, I get it, but this is very serious what I'm doing. The only person I'll say it to. Now, I believe Brian Albert had something to do with it. That's my opinion. I'm not going to say for certain, but I know for certain who did have everything to do with the death of John O'Keefe.
Brian Higgins.
Based upon my very first murder investigation.
And I don't think you're wrong about that. I just think that there's more to it than what you're saying.
Last time we spoke, I made a pledge that you would put up $1 million and Higgins doesn't have to sue us. He can have the $1 million and get right to it, but we get 1 hour of questioning where he has to answer every question and he gets $1 million. Better than a defamation lawsuit. At least you'll get Emily's $1 million quicker. I like when people tell us what to do. And this is where I disagree with Samantha. I don't want them to go away, because the real killer's still out there.
Brian Higgins.
We can't have killers hiding in Vermont or wherever they want to move to. We want them to come out.
I kissed Gay Jeff and kicked my nuts in. Send me a pic of Gay Jeff.
And she's right that this is so foolish of them to even try and bring up anything, if you're guilty, that would lead to more discovery, because this case is not over. And this goes to Yuri Buchanan's point.
Yuri Buchanan.
Sergeant Buchanan.
Sergeant Buchanan.
How do I say it?
Buchanan.
Trooper Buchanan.
This case is not over. You have not found the killer.
Brian Higgins.
There is no statute of limitations on murder. You're the only organization besides us that's tasked with solving this crime, right? Because the Canton police are not allowed to do it. This is not over, and you're saying give money to the potential killers.
No witness should ever be forced to be alone. Every day, people become witnesses through no fault of their own. Good people who simply do the right thing. Imagine stepping forward, believing justice will protect you, only to find yourself fighting for your peace, your privacy, and your safety. What would you do if that witness was sitting in front of you, all alone, crying from being pressured into silence?
We're playing video games together.
What if all you had to do was reach into your pocket and adopt a witness for just $1 a day? Now you can. Visit defendingthetruth.org. I mean, maybe they just want to wait it out until it's a cold case and then they can make overtime on it.
From what I remember, we were down the Cape working on the cold case together and stopped for dinner, had a few beers.
You seen drunk people before?
Yes.
You've been drunk before.
Yes, I have, sir.
We've all been drunk before, right?
Yes.
Was he drunk? Were you drunk that night?
I don't recall. It was a long time ago.
But he left his badge in your cruiser after a night of drinking, which means you were drinking and driving in your cruiser. The next morning, Kevin Albert also texted you, "It's bad!" Exclamation point, exclamation point. I was hungover for sure today. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Couple tonight to make me feel good.
Couple tonight to make me feel good.
Also, I do think Samantha was saying the same thing that you were. She was like, if I were them, I would go away, but I'm glad that they're not. Keep talking, keep testifying, because you keep incriminating yourself.
Can we disclose the fact that Cellebrite has attacked your channel and has made a claim that you use their logo without permission?
Yes.
I can't believe our company trusts a beat cop with no college as our spokesperson.
Initially, you complied and said you're not going to use their logo. You pulled down the video, which was a great video.
Around our house, we call you Sexy Stud English God.
And changed the logo for Cellulite. And now you issued a counter claim against them, claiming that the use of their logo was not done to generate business or cause confusion in the market.
Is it getting super hot in here, or is that just your looks?
You guys, Vince got me into like a lawsuit. He was like, okay, now that, and so I submit this thing, I like wrote this thing back that I just thought was like, okay, it will make it like go away on YouTube. And then I submitted it. And then Vince was like, okay, so now they have 10 days to respond or they're going to take you to federal court.
That's what you get for ever trusting an attorney that goes on YouTube. I always say, never hire an attorney that's on YouTube.
Darn, I lost my sweater somewhere.
What Emily has to do now, because they literally attacked your business, they issued a copyright strike against your channel. If you get 3 strikes, technically you can never, ever be on YouTube ever again. You are being struck by a major corporation for using their logo. That means at some point, somewhere in the corporate setting of Cellebrite, Emily C's parody video has been brought up, most likely the in-house counsel.
It suddenly gets super hot in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decide, well, what should we do with this? And then they took the steps of, all right, who's going to do the strike? And they had to go and enter into the computer, we're going to strike Emily C.
The video had 1,800 views. It was like not even a thing. Like it didn't.
Can you imagine a company that is taking the time to do that, not taking the time to make sure that their software outputs the right time and date? They took the time to do this. And I know it had to go through a few channels because it takes a little while to actually do this. Generally, you get strikes for using someone's content. Emily did the proper thing. She went to copyright school, which YouTube makes you. She wrote to them saying, I'll take it down. I'll do whatever you want. Basically,
I literally wrote an email that
capitulated.
was like, I'm so sorry, I already took it down. Bye, I love you.
And I go, no. What we need to do is counter. I didn't really tell you. Technically, they have 10 days to file a federal lawsuit against you, or YouTube will dismiss their strike. So either you're going to get sued by Cellebrite, which I told you, which would be the funniest thing in the world. I know you're freaking out about it. I mean, yeah, it'll cost you $100,000 to defend, but it'll be worth it, I think, eventually for that video.
I don't have a job. I like the idea of them like in one of those like business boardrooms with like men in suits like sitting at a long table and there's like a screen up there and then they were just watching me be like horny Heather Barnhart.
I just can't fight it anymore. I want you so bad.
Cellebrite. Ask the Experts. Brought to you by our generous sponsors, the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office in partnership with the McCabe's.
You're 100% right. That's exactly what happened because we all used the video. I used their logo, I think, because I was making fun of the fact that it was so poorly produced. Go ahead, Cellebrite. Attack a woman, no, you're not single mother. We could just tell him you're a single mother raising 4
mom of
kids.
an autistic 5-year-old.
Yeah, you got to throw it all out there and try and say that she used your logo without any type of parody, which is such a disgrace on behalf of that company. Now, again, I'm not speaking about their company. I want to be sued by Cellebrite or Cellebrite. I just want to be sued by Brian Higgins. So I'm not going to say that they're 100% wrong, but in my opinion, they attacked the wrong person for the wrong reason. And there's no way anyone is going to get confused by your use of their logo. We are not going to stop producing these videos until the real killer,
Brian Higgins,
is brought to justice. This crime was very simple to solve because it took place within a very small area over a very short period of time with a very limited amount of suspects. One or more of these 10 people has to be the killer of John O'Keefe. That's how easy this is. Once you remove the kids and the McCabe's, you're down to just 3 suspects: Brian Albert, Higgy Bear, and Chloe. Since Chloe's a good dog, she didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I'm a good dog. I didn't do it.
So that leaves just 2 suspects, Brian Albert and Higgy Bear. But of the 2 Brians, only one had the means, motive, and opportunity to kill John O'Keefe. And that's our old cuddly but violent Higgy Bear. Once we had all the facts and didn't jump to conclusions, do you see how easy it was to solve this crime?
around our house, we call you Sexy Stud English God.